So most couples won't ask this out loud. So what was the hardest thing you had to accept about me when we got married? Be honest.
Shoot. I'm gonna get my butt beat after this. No, I'm kidding.
No, you won't.
I'd say her past was I'd say the biggest thing. I don't know. They varied. But I'd say the past, because like the debt didn't come till afterward. So I would definitely say the past, because like when we first started like dating and everything, like it wasn't like that bad. Like we went on a couple podcasts. They were like, all right, well, like people are going to say out of pocket things, you know, to get views. It's clickbait, whatever. But then I started getting DMs of her with other guys. And that was where I was just like, oh my gosh.
I cheat all the time.
Are you a cheater?
Yeah, repetitively, unfortunately. I get bored. It's not that the partner's not good enough, it's that I'm bored. I constantly want new things. I am like constantly on the lookout for like something that's gonna just spark me.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean that you just don't like the guy? Shouldn't you just break up with him then?
Yeah, absolutely, but I don't, because you know what? I'm at least getting somewhere.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
This is the thing. They'll never find out that they're being cheated on. No, I'm dead serious. They'll never find out.
I love cheating. It's actually my biggest fantasy.
It's a fantasy. You'll never want to cheat on me. You'll be drained. Like there's nothing left in you to cheat. But I will cheat because I'm bored. My dad, he'd be like, oh my God, no. Why would you ever quit?
Your dad would say that?
Just because of what I do does not mean I deny him as my God. Oh no, my ex.
Wow.
He's gay,
I
by
went
the
from
way.
pastors.
That's the guy I fucked until he became gay.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, okay. I went from pastor's daughter to millionaire OnlyFans model and make nearly $150,000 a month. Or sorry, that's
Wait, you did what now?
What?
that's
You did
pounds.
what? You... No, I was just...
Hold on, let's just.
Oh,
let's
I
just
went
look
from
at
being
the
a
article.
pastor's daughter to a porn star.
But you
Nala Ray used to be one of the top 1% OnlyFans models who used to make millions until she made a radical change and said that it left her in a dark place.
Man, it was just such a dark, dark time in my life.
A part of this radical journey, she became a Christian, although she's been getting a lot of backlash from it.
I feel like there's more criticism from the world, or as you become a Christian, more criticism from the church.
More the church than anything. I don't know where I fit in sometimes. I think that's the hardest place.
Claiming that she has stopped OnlyFans and given her life to God, she also got married.
Oh, really?
I was just wondering what kind of guy, marries a...
Nala Ray did OnlyFans for 5 years, and in that whole entire time span, she made about 14 million in total.
How long were you on OnlyFans?
5 years.
And how much money do you think you made in total?
14 million.
Nala Ray was raised in a two-parent household, but one of the shocking factors about her childhood is that her father was a Baptist pastor.
You know, I grew up as a pastor's kid to a Baptist pastor.
Really?
Yeah, not a lot of people know that.
Nala Ray's father heavily encouraged her to continue doing OnlyFans, which we'll get into later in the video, although now he's serving life in prison.
My dad's in jail facing a life sentence.
Oh, what did he do?
He was stealing money from me while I was on OnlyFans. He had a lot of drug addiction. He broke into my mom's house with like a gun and a knife, and like assault and battery happened.
Promiscuity was never new to Nala Ray, as she was already early on seeking for male validation and attention in any way that she could do before she even started OnlyFans.
As a early teenager, like 16, 17, and I just constantly sought after the attention of men. No matter what their age was or, what was going on in the situation, I continually sought after that attention.
It became official. Nala Ray started OnlyFans in 2020 and she was very lucrative. It was in the peak of COVID-19 and OnlyFans also started to make the most money they've ever made during that time. So in all round, they were making money, she was making money.
OnlyFans owner earned over $1 million a day in 2022. It was a highly profitable year for the company. The revenue climbed to $1.09 billion, marking a substantial increase from $932 million in 2021.
The beginning of Nala Ray's OnlyFans is when she was already posting explicit pictures on her Instagram when she got a message in her DMs telling her about how she could be able to make money elsewhere and how it could be beneficial.
OnlyFans came along when I was like 20, 21.
And where did that come from?
This random person on Instagram messaged me and was like, hey, you'd be great for OnlyFans. I had no idea what OnlyFans was. We were just about to get into COVID at that time, like 2019. I had no presence on social media, like maybe 10,000 followers on Instagram, but no other platform. I was on like nothing else. Told me some of the benefits of it, told me that I could make a bunch of money off of it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, well, what do you do? Just like sell pictures? And he was like, well, yeah, you can do anything on there. Like, it's a subscription-based website. I started off completely just selling like really promiscuous pictures of myself and like making some custom videos, like talking. And I started making wicked money, so much so that in my first month on OnlyFans, I worked so hard towards it, started promoting it like crazy, and then I made 87 grand that first month. This is the thing that I needed to explain to people. I worked with an agency who was like pimping me out, basically, making them more money, but like they were chatting to my people for me.
Everything that Nala Ray did for money was very intentional. She never held back, especially when her family found out about her being on OnlyFans. She felt that she had nothing to lose anymore, as there was no real commitment needed, as it was all about money.
Nothing really started to escalate until months later. When my dad found out I was on OnlyFans, he was a bit disappointed, but his reaction was very different from my mom's. Like, my mom just kind of disowned me, didn't speak to me for years after that. And so he was like, that's okay. But my dad still professed to be a Christian. So I was like, oh, if he's saying this, I'm good, you know? Like, he talks about the Lord, he talks about Bible verses, like, he's a Christian, right? And then I had nothing else to lose after that. You know, I'm like, my parents know, my family knows, they want to disown me, fine. I have no friends, I have no other acquaintances, I'm not in a relationship. I'm just gonna go full send. This is months after I just started, and that's when my money really started taking off. I started exploring with more like character kind of stuff, like cosplaying on OnlyFans. My whole thing was I wanted to be like every kind of girl for the guys, you know? If you wanted me to be a brunette, I could be a brunette. I was a regular redhead, but if you wanted me to wear a blonde wig, I would, you know? So I could be like anyone's fantasy girl. And that's what blew me up so crazy.
This is when you started to see Nala Ray going viral, going on different podcasts and doing what she does best.
I feel like my masculine energy is higher than most men's masculine energy, and I'm so competitive. If I have a partner who's even an alpha male, I'm competing against you in every way. I need to make more money than you. I've been in relationships and I'm like cheating with someone else, and I'm like, this is so hot.
Your daddy. Whoa, wait, show the tattoo to the camera right here.
It just says daddy.
Okay, so your daddy.
I'm daddy. I girls with ons. This is what makes me more dominant. I would a guy, but they're too scared.
Wait, Eric, can you boost the audio a little bit? Put it to 90. I don't know. It sounds a bit low. And do you date men or women?
Oh, men.
Both.
I'm so attracted to men. Like, I need, but like when I'm drunk, like women, obviously.
Nala Ray became the leading role, the leading influence, and why OnlyFans is a corn site as we see it today. Why a lot of young women will choose to do OnlyFans and come out making millions. Nala Ray was the one that started that trend.
I was one of the top creators because I helped make the industry what it was, which is mainly a porn site.
Making her one of the top 0.01% in OnlyFans, and she loved the thrill, she loved the money because she was able to do what she wants.
Top 0.01%.
Top point, what is it?
Top 0.01%. So not even 1%.
0.01%.
Never had to be like, oh, I don't know if I can afford this. Or no, it was, I want this, I have it now. You know, so it's like that no waiting for anything or anybody. Like, I didn't want to rely on somebody other than my OnlyFans team to make me more money. You know, it was like, that is your job. That is what I want you to do. And I have control over it, you know, because if I stop making content, I stop making money, you know? So I was like, I loved having that control over me being the best at what I was. So many people wanted to work with me. And I was like, no, like, I don't care how big you are. I'm very exclusive. And that power felt so good. I was just like, wow.
In the midst of it all, feeling very empowered at the fact that she could be able to choose who she wants to sleep with and make money with, she started to feel like something was missing. And in 2024, 5 years later, Nala Ray decided to quit doing OnlyFans.
My life just felt like it probably wasn't going to go anywhere, right? At this point, I'm like, what's the point of all this money when I don't have feelings? Or I don't have a person, or I don't have kids. I have nothing but materialistic things that are cold and sitting in my closet.
Nala Ray also felt that she needed to make it known to the rumors that were going around that it wasn't a fact that she was losing money. She was still making money and was still very comfortable in her financial situation. It was the fact that she started to feel lost.
I was at the end of my rope. Truly, mentally, physically, spiritually, completely. Like I had lost everything except for money. So it wasn't about the fact that everything had dried up. It was the opposite. And I had still felt so empty and lost. I was truly a lost sheep at this point in my life. I had no friends, no family. All I had around me was materialistic items.
Her attempt was to completely wipe clean her past and just press the delete button, but she learned very quickly that it wasn't going to be that simple.
It got deleted.
You just deleted it just like that.
Delete it. So unfortunately, OnlyFans, I didn't know you couldn't just push the button and it would get deleted. Since there were so many subscribers on the account, OnlyFans won't close the account unless every single subscriber is off. So their subscription, like it has to go through their entire subscription, whether they bought 3 months, a month, 6 months, or a year. Everything was down immediately.
So it's all deleted.
It's wiped clean.
So if there's
a quick Google search proved to Nala Ray that nothing can truly be wiped clean, as there's always going to be traces of her online content that she made on OnlyFans. Now she's trying to retract what she started, going against the porn industry itself and saying that it's actually bad for society.
What do you wish more people understood about the reality behind that?
Well, the industry loves to hype it up and make it seem like something it's not. It's like quick, easy money, easy popularity and fame. So you end up selling your body, selling your image, selling yourself for almost nothing. I know that our addiction to porn in America is ridiculous. And it's gotten so much worse because of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
OnlyFans exploited it. Saying goodbye to $300,000 a month, leaving LA, leaving the life I had led for 5 years, it became a routine, a lifestyle. Saying no and goodbye to that was so hard.
Before Nala Ray chose to quit her OnlyFans, we always hear that her father heavily encouraged her to stay in it because she was making money and he was getting a cut and a piece of the pie of her monthly wages, her monthly checks, which is what made it very confusing. But when you take a look at his past, he's not a pastor, he's a criminal who's wearing a costume, just like she is.
My dad encouraged me to stay on OnlyFans.
Time out.
Ex-pastor.
Hold on.
Yup.
Wait a minute. Rewind the tape. What? Because was he burned by the church?
Of course he was.
Okay.
He never brought that up really, but like for me, I was paying him. I was giving him money like every month.
Nala Ray was doing everything that she could possible to be able to erase her past and even retracting the things that she said on those podcasts.
I know like the biggest joke on the internet was like me being like, oh, I love to cheat. I lied about all that, dude. Like, I'm not joking because I knew my audience. I knew how to get subscribers and I said and did anything to do that.
For someone that was really good at being an OnlyFans model and making that type of content as she claims herself, it's hard to be able to separate the two when this was still who you are. Now let's take a look at her marriage.
I married the top OnlyFans creator and I ended up leading her to Christ. Here's how I did it. We ended up meeting last September in a TikTok battle of all things, and that's what started everything. So I ended up giving her a call because we exchanged each other's numbers, and I just wanted to see like what she did and know more about her. And then that's when I found out she was on OnlyFans and she was doing OnlyFans for 5 years. So to me, it wasn't that big of an issue because I know that God can set you free from any single thing that you're struggling with.
The dating phase was very light, easygoing until they got married. Then they both realized that Nala Ray's past was actually going to be a bigger problem than they ever imagined.
The amount of people that have sent me and my husband death threats, the amount of people who have sent my husband things from my past consistently week by week is like so hard for him to deal with. And then for me to be like ashamed about, because I'm constantly being reminded of the things I've done when I just want to live. I'm out of it now. I know I'm out of it, but yet I keep getting brought back to that.
Nala Ray's husband was under the impression that if you delete your OnlyFans, then you can delete your past.
Finally, one day, she says, I'm going to delete my OnlyFans. See, it was a little bit harder than just hitting a button and deleting it because she had to get rid of all the subscribers, but she stopped posting, deleted everything off of it. But we still didn't date yet. Fast forward a couple weeks, like she is walking the walk now. You know, she's not just talking the talk. Everything is gone. She ended up deleting her Twitter, all these different things that were tied to her old life.
Now being married to Nala Ray, he's starting to see that will never happen.
Anyway, so most couples won't ask this out loud. So what was the hardest thing you had to accept about me when we got married? Be honest.
Shoot. I'm gonna get my butt beat after this. No, I'm kidding.
No, you won't.
I'd say her past was I'd say the biggest thing. I don't know. They vary. But I'd say the past because like the debt didn't come till afterward. So I would definitely say the past because like when we first started like dating and everything, like it wasn't like that bad. Like we went on a couple podcasts. They were like, all right, well, like people are going to say out of pocket things, you know, to get views. It's clickbait, whatever. But then I started getting DMs of her with other guys. And that was where I was just like, oh my gosh, I messed up. This isn't what I want for my life. Like my kids are going to have to deal with this. Like this is the last thing that like I ever thought, you know, I'd have to deal with. Like I've dealt with a lot in my life and this was one of them that I never thought I would have to ever deal with. So I'd say like your past.
Yeah. Biggest thing. Yeah. Did you ever wonder if you married the wrong person because of that? Yeah.
Yes,
You kind of answered that earlier.
Honest.
Good. I'm glad you're being honest.
It just shows you that the past is always going to be there. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how many times you make an appearance to fight against the porn industry, no matter how many times you want to retract the things that you said and it was all a lie, it was all a costume, it's still attached to who you are. Nala Ray was booming in her prime years. This is what she spent her whole entire 20s doing, was sleeping with men for money. She was able to make and accumulate 14 million pounds and somehow her and her husband actually believed that they can be able to erase that with a click of a button. There is nothing that she can do to be able to erase the fact that she played the leading role in OnlyFans being the corn industry that we see today. She will never be able to erase the fact that it's you who actually played a huge role in young women today going on OnlyFans and making money the way they do. And this whole God costume is just another way of her trying to purify herself, but that will never happen either. However, her husband is slowly starting to realize it after he got married and now has to commit to life, is that will never happen. It would never happen for her, him, or his children, and they are going to have to live with it forever.